Hi guys, with a great reverence. Today's topic is social changes and social institutions. As we all know that for each and every society, there are five fundamental pillars through which the society develop and flourish itself towards the zenith approach. The first main institution is family, then religion comes, after that education, economical institution, and political institutions. These five institutions plays an integral role in every society's development. Before jumping these topics in detail, first of all, we have to understand about the concept of different theories. The first theory is evolutionary theory, in which it has theological stage. The theological concept is that there is a supernatural power which controls our emotions, our feelings, each and everything is in the hand of supernatural power. The second is metaphysical stage. Actually, it replaces the supernatural belief into the abstract principle. And the last is positive and scientific stage, in which the society is guided by the evidence-based laws. Herbert Spencer was the follower and student of Darwin. He wrote a book which was Principle of Sociology. He was working on the evolution of Darwin theory, the survival of the fittest, in which he explained that human always lived in a society as a clan, tribe, then city concept, then state, and after that is kingdom. There are different civilizations, different societies. As USSR, previous Russia, there was a socialism in that. There are some societies which are known as military societies, and Karl Marx also mentioned about some industrial societies. In cyclical theory, it was ancient civilizations, which highlights the different stages and dimensions of society, like a Greek civilization, Roman civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Babylonian civilization, Egyptian civilization, as Chinese civilization, Harappa Mohenjo-daro civilization, Aryan civilizations, and Arabic civilizations, Indian civilizations. The greatest philosopher of all time from Muslim civilization, Ibn Khaldun, he says, as human he has the birth, then he grows, then he has maturity, and finally he has death. So same for each and every civilization and society, it also has a birth, then the society growth, then it gets maturity, and finally it eliminated or perish or just terminated by other civilizations. It might be take 1,000 years, maybe 1,200 years. And the third and final theory is the conflict theory. As we know that Karl Marx, he told us about the two classes of the society. The one is bourgeoisie and one is proletariat. Bourgeoisie class is from the upper level class, means the rich people of the society, the bounty, the wealthy member of society is having each and everything in their hands, whatever they are electing or having the order on the low world people, they are just implementing by force, by power, by weapons, by education, by any infrastructure they occupy in their hands. That's why the other people are just bounding in front of their orders. Other people are just bowing their head in front of their orders. As proletariat, people are just giving their services in order to get the money and wealth from these bourgeoisie society and class. So that's why the class differentiation came in society by this way, and we know about the upper, lower, and middle class. These three classes, and most of the time that middle class is just trying to get the taste of upper level class. So that's why they have a lot of education, they do a lot of work efforts in society through which they have the competition, and finally and ultimately they just get the taste of the upper class. The most suffered class are marginalized people that who don't have the basic fundamental needs and wants in their lives. They have very little money, they don't have the proper food, shelter, and other luxury of society. So that's why they are known as the unrewarded people. And rewarded people are those who have the power in their hand, who have money in their hands. From the start up to this time, we see what this is a power play. Power play means whenever you have the power in your hand, you have the money in your hand, you can change the scenario. And if you are just poor and suppressed people, and you are just deprived and destitute, you fall under the poverty line, then you are nowhere. You have no destiny, you have no rule and regulation in society, you have no identification, you have no adaptation. so other people will not waste the money and time on you because you're nowhere. This is known as the stratification. Means each society, every society is divided by this stratification. Somehow most of the people say appreciate it. It creates the competition in between the different civilization, and through which they accelerate their work, and in order to manufacture or make or having some inventions. Without the competition, you are sitting, you have no competition, you are laying on the bed, and you are not doing any kind of the development work for your society and world. So that's why most of the people are giving favor for this stratification and differentiation in between public. Now I'd like to talk about the process of social change. The process of social change is by discoveries, inventions, and diffusion. The first of all is invention. As we know that 17th, 18th century was the greatest time through which when the people utilized the science and technology, and they created the big things. As we know, the George Stephenson, he was the inventor of the steam engine, the Galileo, the Karl Marx, the Darwin, the Einstein, and other philosophers, Nietzsche and Shakespeare. We cannot neglect the role of Tesla and Edison. They made the system towards the top notch. And these inventions, through inventions, we just connect with the world. The world has become like a global village with the expansion of science and technology, and this is the way that we are connected with each other. Just because of that, now we have the conversation with all over the world people just because of the science and technology. This is the invention of the science that you have 70 years cross, and I'm calling with you in live camera, live video, and we have the exchanging of a school of thoughts. Even there's a live conferences of different people, different representatives of the science and scientists and politicians and economists. They are just giving their ideas to rest part of the world's people and having the exchange questions, live debates, live conversation. So this is the technology through which we can just tell our feelings to others, and we can also learn from other people's knowledge and aspects through which we understand, and it's good for the development of this world and society. And inventions like in the scientific inventions like computer, internet, refrigerator, television, home appliances, and jets and rockets and spaceship programs, everywhere the people and scientists are going. They know about the weather forecast, they know about the stock exchange market, they know about the import export, how we can just have the dealing with them. We can have a greatest system through which we can import export to rest part of the world's people. It is just possible with the expansion of invention of science of technology. So thank God to those people who just gave the contribution in the field of science and technology. They never sell their words only, but they show it in practical way. The invention, science and technology is just like a liaison, a bridge in between the different civilization, which connects all of them with each others. As far as discovery point of view, it's also very important that we know there's a satellite era. Through satellite pictures, the scientists and other people, they are watching that which areas of the world have no inhabitants, which area of the world has no population. And they also discovering the maximum things. As Vasco da Gama and Columbus, they discovered almost the greatest part of America, and that's why the civilization changed. When the huge contribution of discovery is on the head of the Europeans and Britishers. They left their territories and entered in other territories and discovered the system and launched their system also. They gave their education, they gave their currency, they gave their weapons, they gave their technology, and through which they explored the world. They discovered the different unexplored areas of the world, and it's very easy nowadays in this modern time, because those areas which have no population, we can generate the maximum population there. According to my point of view, that we have to see about the world's population, which is more than 8 billions. Okay, so if one area which has the most population and most populous area, we have to take maximum population in such areas which don't have population. First of all, we have to develop such areas in this world with science and technology, all of the luxury, all of the comfort, all of the things which they deserve and want for the running a society. We have to make our infrastructure there. Then we can transfer the maximum people, the maximum population and populated areas people in such area. These people will progress those areas. These people will progress those areas. So I think that we will divert the population, and the population will never be a hazard for all of us. Unfortunately, through the urbanization, like most of the world's country, they are just saying that we have the great opportunity of work, jobs, and luxurious life. So that's why rest of the world's people rushes going to such area, and they become populous. And after that, they are suffering from the crimes. They are suffering from poverty. They're suffering from the population. It also leads to the pollution as well. The last is diffusion. Diffusion means to spread something. Invention, discoveries, science and technology, we spread with the help of electronic media, print media, periodicals, magazines, books, social media, internet, news channels such as BBC, CNN, Hollywood, Bollywood, movies, cinemas, programs, drama, web series. So we just spread these greatest inventions and discoveries with the help of electronic media, with the help of print media, and this diffusion gives the awareness to the people, the public, that such things are happening in this world, like Hollywood movies, which are telling us upcoming things, upcoming technology. A layman who doesn't know about the ABCD, instead of that, a person who is switching himself towards different channels, different movies, different ideas, he is just getting from the social media, internet. So he will get all of information. He will upgrade himself. So it's a time to upgrade yourself. Otherwise, you will remain so behind in the race of this marathon. Somehow it's good, somehow it's blessing, somehow it's so pathetic, and somehow it is unrewarded. Depends on the coin of two sides. Technology impacts a lot on the social change, culturally, economically, from industrial era up to the digital era. Each and everything is based on the science and technology. Nowadays, we see about a lot of innovation in AI and modern technology, which is giving us the accurate results. It's a big transformation in a social change, like high labor skilled workers who can run and understand the modern equipments such as AI tools, agriculture, farming, banking, e-commerce. Everywhere we see about that AI has taken the responsibility. Somehow it's good for us. It's also increasing the unemployment, which is a big factor in society, because those people who cannot understand the AI modern tools, who don't have the modern education system, so they are not adjustable in this modern system of technology. Alibaba, you just purchase a lot of things in a very cheap cost, then you sell it into the Amazon. Amazon is also giving a lot of benefits to you, earn a lot of money through it. People can sell each and everything on Amazon. eBay is also example. Food Panda is also a good example on it. Taraz, Baikia, InDrive, EasyPasa, online banking. No need to go to any bank. Now you are just having the transaction with one click of yours on your computer screen and on your mobile cell screen. So you're just clicking, you're just transferring your money, you just get the money in your account. You can pay your utility bills, you can do online shopping by sitting at home by one click. So I think everything is available at your door. Even the job point of view, there's no need to go for the job interview, because previously in conventional and traditional methodology of interview was called by different authorities. But right now that you just give online interview with different countries internationally, whether it's Europe, West America, Canada, Australia, or on the basis of your online interview, they will just give you admission. They will offer you a job letter. As far as the cultural impact is concerned, it's also spread a lot by the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channels, social media, electronic media. You can see and watch the videos of different cultures. You understand about the pattern of their living standard, whether it's Indian culture, Chinese culture, Japanese culture, Russian culture, Ukrainian culture, Irish culture, or American culture, or African culture or Arabic culture or subcontinent culture. So you can understand by these videos, and it is also promoting your culture. So somehow singing is also associated with it, acting is also associated with it, dramas, movies. If the movie is super hit, drama is super hit, the other people will also follow your culture. They will follow the dressing. Now you see about whatever the Bollywood, Hollywood and Lollywood actor or Tollywood actors, they just wear, other people will adopt it. So this is the adaptation of different cultures. Salwar kameez is known as our traditional dress, but as far as the modern culture is concerned, it's penetrating in our veins, in our brain, in our heart. Like we are following the modern dressing. We are wearing what Westerns and Europeans are wearing because there's a competition. As far as language point of view, the language is also having a big threat by the dominant culture. The dominant culture is about Western culture, like English is everywhere. English is an international language. Chinese is an international. German, French, these are international language. Even somehow people are just learning these languages for a great job point of view. But your traditional language, your traditional dressing will suffer a lot because the powerful culture will swallow it. Maybe after 50 years, the Urdu will be no longer a language. Maybe few people will speak that, but other people will learn international languages because they will not earn money with the help of their native language or national language. They will learn such kind of the language which give them benefits in job point of view, in education point of view, in earning point of view. So that's why people are learning English language, Chinese language, German language, French language, because they want to do something progress in their lives. Role of mass communication is positive as well as negative. As far as the positive role is concerned, that different modes of print media, electronic media, social media, as earlier I mentioned about these electronic and print media is giving you the education. They're changing your opinion. They're also guiding you, highlighting the current affairs and main burning issues, and also bringing the notice of such issues to higher authorities, and they were also working on it. And I think that these mass communication and mass media is very good for each and every person, because we should go for it and we should use it in a positive way. As social media is influencing the public opinions, like different parties like PPP, PMLN, PTI and JUI and MQM and different parties in Pakistan, their social media is very active. Their followers are also posting about their work which they have done in the society. The opposition is also highlighting the current government credibility. Even they are doing good, so it will be highlighted. If they are doing bad, it will be also highlighted. But somehow in our social media, the people are using the abusive language. They are just using it in a negative way. There should be a criticism, but there must be a positive criticism instead of the negative criticism, because positive criticism will highlight your mistake, but negative criticism will make you the enemy of other people. So it will only spread the filth, and it will have no benefit. So we must use social media, electronic media, print media, even the big channels, big authorities. They should be maintain a PEMBRA, like policy makers implement the strategies, techniques. Good words should be highlighted in the public or social media. They should spread the positivity instead of the negativity, the constructive approach, not the destructive approach, the optimistic approach, not the pessimistic approach. The mass media, mass communication is also preserving your culture, the ancient culture. Like somehow there are different areas in Pakistan which is very famous for ancient point of view, ancient culture point of view. So when they are in a bad situation, the building is in a pathetic situation, so social media influencers go and reach, and they make the videos and inform to the government to invest some money on preserving, shaping the culture, values, and preserving the national heritage. The social media, the mass communication is working a lot of positive impact and role. I hope if it will be used positively, and higher authorities will take some actions to preserve such kind of the ancient culture of us. Since the print media changed its platform into the electronic media, So there's a lot of question on the credibility of the news. Like several times we see on the YouTube channel and social media, they're highlighting the fake news, which is not authentic. In order to get the views on their channels, they are just highlighting the things in a very pathetic way. They create the rumors, the fake news. They are doing the character assassination of other people. They're using the very vulgar language in their channels and highlighting the vulgar issues through which they get some likes on their channels, but somehow it spread the violation in society. It spread the vulgarity in society, which is not a good sign. There must be implementation of the policy on them. There must be a check and balance on them. Another hazardous impact of AI is this, that fake videos which the people are generating, and they can make you notorious in society. They can tease you, they can taunt you, they can disseminate you. We can differentiate the global or Western or local or domestic impact or influence of social medias. Like Westerns, they do it for a positive approach as compared to the local people, the domestic people, the Eastern people. They are not using it in a positive way, which is so sorrowful for us. There's also #MeToo is trending too much in society. It's about such kind of the news and stories which is related with your past, with your childhood or younghood, a very pathetic way someone treated you, like a violent way, like a brutal way. So you tell about your stories and highlight among the public and tell them a good message that don't keep yourself quiet all the time, because several times the people will put a lot of nonsense on you. They will do your character assassination. So you have to just raise your voice, and that was the #MeToo. So most of the girls' voice, they highlighted the news and true stories of their lives. So which also gives us the awareness. Previously people were scaring a lot to share about their personal stories, but right now they have a lot of confidence because they know that they were suppressed. They know that they were the victims, but they don't want the other people will be victimized by this. So for example, being a poet, being a philosopher, why these people are just sharing their school of thoughts, their ideas, their poetry and their philosophy? Because they want to guide the other people, because they suffer a lot from their lives. But they are just also sharing their poetry and philosophy and their books and periodicals or magazines, any kind of story, in order to give the education to the public that no other will be suffered from this way. So they are working on the people's brain and mind, which is a good sign. Social changes also change the concept of development, like economic development and human development are totally interconnected with each other. With the help of education, with the help of health sector, with the help of good economic system, we will combine all these institutions together, and the government will take the responsibility of proper governance. I hope that each and every sector, all social institutions and all social development will progressive, and we will get the progress by leap and bound. We can make the pairs like urbanization and industrialization. Through industrialization, we can give them money. The urbanization will also impact a lot good, that you can give the good education, health facilities, political facilities, economical facilities. You can just live into the gated housing societies. You can also educate your children in a modern and great institutions. You can also get the taste of peace and security in the urbanization, and you will also learn a lot by different communities, because there's different communities gathered into the urbanization, like such big cities of Pakistan, Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad. So the people, they come in such areas and they change their mobility. And when they will change their mobility, it will impact good on their young generation. The Gen Z will be benefited a lot because they will get connected with the other people of civilization. They will be interact with different communities in their school, colleges, universities, and cities, through which they will exchange their ideas and thoughts with each of them. They will gain a lot of information and also earn. The government is providing the good education system, so I think everyone will be able to get the employment very easily. There must be a one education system through all over the Pakistan, through all over the country or state. There are different sort of the education system through which most of the guys, they are educating themselves in a great institution and modern institution. They are easily getting the job as compared to those children from the marginalized society. They are not able to get the proper education, proper monitoring, and proper good teachers. So their concept will be incomplete. Their concept will remain incomplete. So they will not be able to part of any good job in the society. As earlier I mentioned, that I will tell you about the 5 major institutions of every civilization. As I stated, the first is family, religion, education, economic, and political institution. So as far as the family is concerned, there are 3 types of family. One is nuclear family, one is joint family, and the third is extended family system. So if we will have a good control in our family system, if we develop the good strategies and morality, if we will give the lessons of patience and tolerance, if we will educate them, if we will have the check and balance on their activities, if we will give them a proper rule and regulations, if we will just facilitate them to educate in a good institutions, and if we will give them a living and good livelihood towards them. So I hope our family institution will produce the good generation. Our genes will be trustable, and by this way we can develop too much. First, it's based on the parents' training, then it's based on the teachers' training. If the teachers are good, they are educating the children in a proper way like their own children, and they will also give or transfer their ideas at school of thoughts and knowledge without any compensation. So I hope they will just complete their role in this society, and it will be highlighted so much. Another institution is religion. No doubt it's talking about practices and beliefs and order of the God, how to implement in our lives. If someone is taking the religion practically in his life, so I hope he will get a lot of benefits from it. There are 3 top religions on the planet. The first one is Islam, second is Christianity, and the third is Judaism. As our beautiful religion Islam tells us about the rights of God and rights of the people, rights of animals, each and every rights are available in our holy book. So if we will act upon such rights, we will never give the punishment to other people. We will never torture on them. They will never just do the character assassination. We will never teach them, taunt them. We will never underestimate them. We will never try to perversion in their lives. We will never dissimulate them. We will never put them in a negative approach. We will never show our cruelty. So we'll become a good human being. We have gotten a lesson from the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He mentions that you have to give the lesson of humanity. We have to just do the good dealings with each other, whether they are Muslim or non-Muslims, because every person's a person of God. We are all the creation of God. We must live with harmony and peace. As far as education is concerned, there are 3 types of education: formal education, informal education, and non-formal education. So first education you get from the institutions, school, colleges, universities. Informal education, it might be a technical education, and non-formal education, it might be your work experience and jobs, and also your brain creativity and intelligence based, which you occupied. Education is very important. Through education we can change the world a better place. Education gives you awareness. Education eliminates the differences of the black and white people. It eliminates the differences of rich and poor. It gives us knowledge to treat every person on the basis of equality. As far as the economical point of view, the 3 major things are highlighted: production, distribution, and consumption. So it is the work of the economist. You have to make a good system in order to give the facility or give to facilitations towards their masses. If your economical system is good, so your economy will be boosted up. Your GDP will be good. It will be boosted up. GNP will be also boosted up. So foreign investment will come in your country, and you will get the economical stability. Take the example of Western people. They are giving a lot of great opportunity to other investors of the world, where they are investing their money in their countries and also give the benefits to them and also getting the benefits from them. So I think this is the best way, that give and take is the best way. But as far as our country is concerned, our economical situation is very pathetic, because those people who come in here in this country, say they face a huge problem because they don't have security. There's a lot of frauds in our country, and there's a lot of cruelty, brutality, assassination, murders, crimes, through which the people are not investing in this country. Even our own investors are leaving our country and investing in Western world and other countries. So it's shameful for us that our own people don't have the trust on their own country. And the last one is the political institution, which is so much important. We need a proper and good governance. We need a good democracy system in this country. We need a good leadership for this country. So we need a good strategies by the government to facilitate the marginalized people, to eliminate the difference of the stratification, upper, lower and middle class. There must be a system through which that everyone will be proud of to become the part of this political system. They have to educate the people. They have to tell the people that how to involve yourself into the politics, but a positive way, not in a negative way. So this is the work of the state. The state must work as a real mother, not a stepmother. So they should treat their masses very politely, very goodly, and very behaviorally, compared to negatively or pathetically. So this is my suggestion towards our political system we are running, and there must not be any interference of other powerful institutions into the political activities. There must be a check and balance, but no other involvement. As social institutions are also giving us the facility of urbanization, and this is a very good for all of us, especially for the women empowerment. I'm forcing so much, because there's Bangladesh, 50% of their development just because of the women empowerment. But in our country, there's no women empowerment. Here I must talk about the major highlighted issue of the brain drain. It's a big pain and sometimes a gain. As far as our society is concerned, brain drain is a big pain, because we are not getting the good benefit of education. We are not having a good employment system. People are leaving their country to Western world, where they are just not doing a white collar job. Their situation is so bad, very pathetic. As the Western society is just spreading the globalization, and through their electronic media, they're highlighting and selling the golden dreams and green gardens to you. So you are just in their trap. When you reach their country, definitely they will use you like a rug. They will use you like a layman. They will use you like a servant or like a slave. So you'll never be able to come out from it. And this is so bad. The world population is rapidly increasing, and if you are a rich country, there's no problem for you. But if you are a poor country or underdeveloped country or third world country, so then there's an alarming sign for all of us. So it means that once you will control on your population, like Chinese people, they control on their population. Now the result is in front of you. There is superpower, because they control first their population system. So they control their economical system and political system. There is a good strategies for the people. Urbanization is also connected with the awareness. Like several times when the marginalized people enter into the urban areas, they also see the living standard of the people, where they have only 1, 2 or 3 children. So they will also follow them, because there will be a burden, extra burden on them. When you're producing a lot of children and kids and you're not facilitating them the proper food, nourishment and education, it's a big sin for those people who are increasing the population, producing a lot of children, but not able to facilitate them. So here there must be a check and balance. There must be a family planning program. Finally, we talk about that forms of government. One is authoritarianism, one is totalitarianism, one is democracy. Authoritarianism is concerned that like Gulf countries, where there's a concept of the kingdom. they have the authority. Whatever they take the decision, they implement by their power, by their force on their masses, and their masses are not questionable in front of them. As well as the totalitarianism we see about that ex-president of Iraq, Saddam Hussein. He was a dictator. He was basically an army dictator, and somehow in our country also army dictators. And in Germany there was Hitler. He was also dictator. That was a totalitarianism in which that whatever you tell to your public, they accept it and they cannot go against it. So both systems are not good, because there's no margin for the public to talk or participate. But as far as the democracy is concerned, according to Abraham Lincoln, he says democracy is a system where there is a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. We have to implement the proper democracy. We have to just give them the equal rights to the masses of every nation. There must not be any marginalized society. Ethnic point of view, regional point of view, religion point of view, language point of view, economical point of view, political point of view, scientific point of view, education point of view, family point of view. Everything must be accurate. If there's a proper good governance and good leadership will be implemented, they will take the things far away into the progressive approach. We will be able to proud our nation, our country. This is up to us how we'll maintain a system for our upcoming generation. So this is a big question mark for all of us. Hope every person should participate and give his or her contribution for the welfare of the society. I think that's enough for today. May God bless all of you. Take care of your family. Take care of yourself. Till then, see ya. Bye-bye. Love you all.